need you to stop it. It's bad. Doge. He's like a mole rat with his haircut.
I think he looks handsome.
Handsome mole rat. It's my nickname in high school. Oh. Anyway, this one almost didn't happen.
I know. Under the gun.
Still might not. Honestly.
Stay tuned, guys.
Or don't. I'm not your boss. I get it that I'm gross. I get that I'm a bag of gross.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say that.
Your face said it.
Guys,
your face.
As Brandon said, this episode almost didn't happen. It took everything we had to get here today, guys. We are, it's about 12 hours till the episode releases.
Yeah. Under the gun.
Really?
But this is where the magic happens. This is where we do our best work.
Yeah.
When we're ill prepared.
Under pressure.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm on half the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle on the other half. Welcome to episode 133.
Yeah, man.
Hey, speaking of under the gun, speaking of deadlines, Christmas is 1 week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. I think my thing is with it is I'm ready.
Okay.
You know? And I just want to make sure that I don't, hold on.
Are you good?
No.
Brandon literally ran in from multiple meetings today, and I had Hope's in the other room. I mean, I'm schlepping bags in here. Right after school, it's a mad dash.
It's
He's buffering. He's buffering.
Dude, can you see the wheel on my forehead?
Rainbow wheel.
I want to get that tattooed on there.
Yeah.
Just a rainbow wheel. It's just on my forehead. And then no one could say anything to me. Mm-hmm. I'm buffering, guys.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. And then, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get a big old Control-Alt-Delete right on my hinds. Why don't you press it with your face?
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm ready.
Yeah.
But
do you have any more gifts to purchase? Do you feel like you guys have purchased all the gifts? Is Lindsay in charge of that this year? Every year?
Just this year. No, I think that we have all of that taken care of. I'm more concerned with making sure we watch all the Christmas movies we need to watch. Sit down.
Leo is really excited.
Sit down.
He's just really, dogs can sense energy, and there's a lot of frenetic energy in here.
Yeah, I'm a whirling dervish of holiday angst.
It's true.
There's a title.
Yeah,
I'm a whirling dervish of Hey guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. What if that was the rule? The minute we got the title, it was
guys,
over.
Bye.
Okay, anyway, see you guys.
What's your warm heart? Okay, bye.
I don't have one because I'm a whirling dervish of holiday angst.
Well, that is 100% the title. I spent the day yesterday wrapping gifts, and I had 4 more to get, and I have 2 more to get.
So you did half of them?
I've done half of them today. And so after those are done, I'll wrap them, and we'll be good to go. Right as I was leaving to pick up Hope from school and then come here, Harrison's gift arrived, and I'm not going to tell what it is, but it's big. It required a delivery truck, and I don't know how we're going to conceal it until Christmas is what I'm saying.
It required a delivery truck?
Delivery truck. And you'll understand when I tell you, but I'm not going to tell you because he'll find out. Anyway, Santa came early, and he was driving a delivery truck from Sam's.
Honestly, if my gift from you didn't come on a truck, if it didn't require a delivery truck,
it did.
Well, but like a big flatbed, and my gift,
it might have been someone's car.
And my gift took up that's not at all a truck.
Well, the Amazon drivers are.
Those are vans.
Mm-hmm. Well, but at the holiday time, they employ people just to drive their regular cars. because they need so many extras.
And there's a rogue Amazon driver in my neighborhood.
Okay.
That just shows up
Okay.
and just hucks the gift on the ground by your mailbox. Not even in your mailbox. He just hucks it. And I caught him doing it one day. And I was sitting out rubbernecking on the porch, and all the neighbors came out and were looking. And I've never had a conversation with any of my neighbors except for when we saw the Amazon driver just chucking gifts.
Well, you can do the thing where you thank them.
I'm not thanking that guy.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you don't need to.
Is there an option for me to reprimand him?
Do you know what this makes me think of? The scene from Ace Ventura at the beginning?
Yeah. We watched it the other day.
It's so good. Jim Carrey's just throwing packages everywhere.
The best is, it's such a dumb bit, but him standing there and letting the elevator door close on it like 4 times.
Yeah.
And then he's, so great.
I got a package, people. Sorry, I'm getting multiple messages from Harrison and Jeff right now. And
what's this truck doing here? What's on it? Who sent a truck?
I think they are. What's in the garage? What is this?
Is this a
massive
leg lamp?
No.
Packed in the fragile?
Fragile. No, it's not a leg lamp, but that'd be awesome. I want to begin by saying just that to give people a heads up that this is not happening today. And I started working on the agenda, and I typed this. And now it's time for the moment you've all tuned in for. You've all tuned in.
All one of you.
Tuned in for the Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie discussion. And then I thought, before I put a lot of time into this, I'm going to text Brandon to make sure he's watched it. And here's what he said. Nope, but I did watch Hot Frosty.
Dadgum right, I did.
And I sent you some angry texts back, maybe an expletive.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Really got me good, guys, because
between work, okay, between preparing for the holidays,
okay,
and between having to watch Hot Frosty, I don't have time for Lindsay Lohan. She's in here.
You could have watched Lohan in place of Hot Frosty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't watched Hot Frosty.
What else could I have done with my life?
Maybe we need to pivot and watch Hot Frosty.
I will talk Hot Frosty all day because I'm going to tell you.
Is that the one with Gretchen Wieners?
Wieners is throwing 106 miles an hour in this movie. This is Wiener's best performance since Mean Girls.
Yeah, guys, Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls stars.
Yeah, the heir to the toaster strudel fortune. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you something that is... It's a little winking Easter egg in Hog Frosty.
Sure.
Is Wieners Wieners is watching the TV. And last year's Logan movie is on.
Oh.
So Meta, she sees Logan on the TV. And then she says, that is the craziest thing. She looks just like a girl I went to high school with.
No way. That's fun.
That's great.
And that was the best part of Hot Frosty.
And then Hot Frosty said, I'm a sexy snowman.
That's what it's about.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're not talking. The point is, we're not talking about.
I'm going to tell you about Hot Frosty.
Okay, I want to hear about. Hang on, guys, we're going to have to kick it down the road because Brandon chose to watch something else.
No, it chose me. Okay, we don't choose Hot Frosty. It chooses us, and I'll tell you why I watched Hot Frosty.
Okay.
Because I was listening to a podcast about Hot Frosty the other day. It was with.
This is what you were texting me and field producer Jonathan about.
Yes, Sean Fennessy, who is a movie podcaster.
Okay.
He's on Rewatchables. If you don't listen to Rewatchables, do it.
Dumb.
It's Ponja's Watchables.
I haven't watched it.
So he is hosting his show called The Big Picture, where they talk about movies. He brings on a podcaster named Yossi Solek, who does a podcast I listen to called Vansplain, and the greatest podcaster of all time, Rob Harvilla, who does 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. They came together to discuss Hot Frosty. I listened to the entire episode, and I got real excited. I came walking through the living room one day, and someone who shall remain nameless and isn't Ben that lives here has decided to go rogue and watch Hot Frosty without me. And I was livid. So I say to this unnamed person who isn't Ben and lives here.
And is female.
I say to her, hey, what gives?
Yeah.
What gives with Hot Frosty? And she says, you want to watch Hot Frosty? And then to her surprise, I say, I just listened to an hour-long episode of a podcast about it. And
I don't blame her.
And I made her stop.
Oh.
And I made her stop. And I said, and we at Penance, we will watch it another day entirely. So we kicked it down the road. And the other day, we watched Hot Frosty. And here's what happens in Hot Frosty. I'm not going to give you the whole movie.
Okay.
Because...
Okay.
An emotional roller coaster, to be sure.
Sure.
So, Wieners. Wieners runs a diners in a small town.
Of course. They always do.
Wieners has been widows and runs a diners in a town.
Okay.
Sad Wieners.
Okay.
Okay? And she's a dish. I think
Of course she
I think
is.
we can all agree that Wieners is textbook Hallmark babe.
And here's an interesting fun
Aging
fact.
but beautifully.
Yeah, great.
Chunky
we
sweaters.
love to see it.
Independent. Doesn't need a man. Wants one.
Question.
Doesn't need one. Wants one.
Of course.
Hot, cold. Doesn't matter. Wants one.
Let me ask a question. I'm
Go
raising my
ahead.
hand.
We'll open it up to questions. The lady in the front row.
Okay. This is interesting because in Mean Girls, Gretchen Wieners celebrates Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And so here she is maybe of the Christian faith or just cultural, and she's celebrating Christmas.
We don't get into it.
I know that sometimes Jewish people have a Christmas tree.
She goes to the Church of Love.
Okay.
She worships at the altar of love.
Okay.
And witchcraft.
Okay, sure.
Because there's an element of that here.
Ugh.
Not really.
Okay.
There's a frosty man. So here's Wieners, sad. Wieners is sad at the diners because she's widowed.
Yeah.
And so she then says to the world, I'm just gonna be alone for a while.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a lonely Wieners running a diner.
Yeah.
But the townsfolk, they think she's a catch.
Yeah.
And so they say to her, Wieners, we need you to get a man. Which to me,
Yeah.
the messaging of that,
Confusing.
Why can't Wieners just be happy?
Yeah.
That's the title. Oh my gosh. So Gretchen, we'll pivot to Gretch real quick. So Gretchen
Apologies.
goes
listeners.
in. Gretchen goes into the clothes store. In the town square.
There's
And
one.
A sweet old couple run it.
Sure.
Sweet old couple. They say, "Hey, Wieners, we got this in the other day, and it's a red scarf." And she says, "Hey, we thought of you. There's something about this. No. She's like, well, I was wearing it when something happened, but I thought about you and I got this scarf, and I want
'Cause it's in her palette. She's a winter.
She's a Wieners, and I want you to have it." And she says, no, I simply couldn't. She says, "You take it." So she takes it. Wieners leaves.
Yeah.
She goes out to the town square where there's a display of snowmen of all shapes and sizes, but one
Catches her eye.
is a sexy snowman. All of them look like normal snowmen, but not this one.
Oh.
Chiseled.
Was it an ice sculpture?
Yep. Okay. And so she goes up to it and she's talking to it in the town square. Wieners is in the town square.
She's lonely.
But don't tell her that.
No.
Because she's got a diner to run. And the special tonight is love. And so she walks up to this chiseled sex man and she says,
I'm sorry.
She says to him,
Sexy man.
"Sexy man."
Yeah.
And she says, "Ha, blah, 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 blah." And then she puts the scarf on him,
Yeah.
as happens in the Frosty song.
Yeah.
And she leaves it. Thanks for the scarf.
Oh.
And then leaves it.
She's contributing to the decor.
Guess what happens to the snowman?
Comes to life.
Comes to life. You know who it is?
No.
It's the sexy veterinarian from Schitt's Creek.
Oh.
But you wouldn't know it because he looks like he's been on a real serious carb cut.
Oh.
He's
Glow up.
Well,
He looked great in that show.
I don't know if it's a glow up because he looked so skinny. Oh. Anyway, long story short, Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty is not the sheriff. The sheriff finds out that a man was streaking in town.
He's nude?
He's nude except the scarf. So Frosty streaks.
Well, sure, because he doesn't have any other articles of clothing on.
And tastefully
Drapes? No!
Tastefully drapes his grapes and
Brandon! This has gone off the rails.
Hot Frosty started off the rails. Let's be real. So he falls through the.
You are going to have to edit.
No, I'm not. It's too late. It's too late.
Is it? No.
No, it's too good. So listen, Hot Frosty falls through the
marking the time.
No, he falls through the shop window and shatters it. And then he takes some clothes.
Does he get cut up?
And then no, he's
protection.
He's made of ice. but it's man ice now.
It's tan.
And so he gets
There's flesh.
It's natural ice.
Okay.
And so so the sheriff, played by Craig Robinson, and his deputy, played by Joe Latrulio, the sheriff decides, Frosty, well, they don't know, but they said there was a streaker who stole some clothes. And so now the sheriff's out for him. So Wiener says to Frosty,
that's the conflict they set up.
you're not allowed to leave the house.
Right.
Slowly but surely. Frosty makes his way out and about.
At the end, does he find a way to become a real boy?
Do you want me to ruin it? Hot Frosty finds a job working at the school, coordinates a flash mob at the dance.
Sure he does.
He gets real hot, sweaty. He starts to melt.
Oh!
He can't be inside.
You're spoiling it for
He can't be
everyone.
inside too long because he starts to melt.
Guys, I'm so sorry if you plan to watch this and we spoiled the whole thing and made some inappropriate jokes. Because this is not what you came here for. You came here to hear us debrief Lindsay Lohan's Our Little Secret. And that's not happening.
Do you know what it's like?
Brandon watched Hot Frosty.
It's like if Elf and Edward Scissorhands had a super sexy baby with a jawline that goes on for days and abs that you could literally wash your clothes on. And it's because you get the Sizzy hands because it's like if a whole town of thirsty broads wanted to take advantage of Buddy the Elf's naivete. That's my review of Hot Frosty. Someone sees him on a roof fixing a shingle and decides it's time to mingle. Come back and hang a chandelier, Hot Frosty. I've had it being alone in this town. Lady Lauren Hawley from Dumb and Dumber plays a local coog. She's the gateway. She's the gateway to all the housewives.
Listen.
She sits on a committee of women lining up to take a crack at Hot Frosty.
Does he have a name?
His name's Jack, but come on.
Yeah. Wow.
You can't walk around calling him a Hot Frosty.
No.
But I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Halfway through the movie, 10 minutes into the movie, I decide this is stupid.
But I'm in with it.
But I'm going to stick through it. Mm-hmm. Halfway through the movie, I'm like, this is stupid.
But I'm smiling.
But I'm here. And then 3/4 of the way through the movie, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. What's going to become of Hot Frosty? Is Hot Frosty going to, are we going to go with the trope of Hot Frosty melts? Hot Frosty melts and Wieners has fallen for him, but then she wakes up the next morning and she's learned to love again. And some businessman comes into town who looks just like Frosty. Some dude saunters in for a soup.
Yeah.
And he's got a scarf, but it's like a different color, but it's the same actor. And it's like, you look so familiar.
His scarf is green.
Because I'm the same dude. But, or
yeah.
Does Hot Frosty become a real boy? Does he melt? Does he not melt? Is he a real person? What happens? What becomes of Hot Frosty?
Or does he melt and Wieners is alone forever?
Can I tell you who melted?
That's a third.
Me. That's who melted. When I watched Hog Frosty, you remember when 8-Bit Christmas took the throne as the new Christmas classic that we will rewatch for the rest of our lives?
We love it.
Get out of here. Because Hot Frosty's on top now.
This is on your list?
Hot Frosty is the Hubie Halloween of Christmas.
Okay. See, I've got a couple new ones that I'm going to talk about at the end that may or may not make it
I can't recommend Hot Frosty enough.
Oh my gosh. The aggression.
I will watch 1,000 Hot Frosties before I watch one Logan.
Okay. Apparently.
But I'll also watch Logan.
Okay. Well, guys, we're going to kick it to next week, and I apologize.
I'm going to cool down with Hot Frosty.
If you came today with your notes and your popcorn, blame it on Brandon, because I was ready.
Listen.
Okay?
Don't
What?
put a movie out and call it Hot Frosty and make it about a sexy snowman in a scarf and nothing else.
If you don't
want Daddy to pop a squat and settle in for a long winter's nap with you. Hot Frosty. Guys.
Oh.
When do Oscar noms come out?
January.
Because Frosty needs to sweep all the categories. And Best Original Song. You know who has the song on? Do you know who's the song that plays when the credits roll?
No.
Chris Martin and his merry band of Coldplay boys. That's the level of credibility, or that's how down bad.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, is it? Because I left on a high.
Well, maybe I'll have to watch it now.
Maybe.
I'm happy for Gretchen Wieners.
I've always been happy for Gretchen Wieners, but I'm happier for her now.
I like that she's having a comeback. We'll see. Ooh, it's the race of the mean girls, the race of the plastics. Who's gonna?
It's not even close.
Who? Oh, well, you haven't watched the new Lohan.
Lohan's back in the stable, and Wieners is crossing the finish line.
Listen.
Wieners is out here melting hearts. Here's, guys.
Okay.
Logan.
Right.
Don't let the Herbie fully loaded speed fool you. She's stalling out.
Mm-hmm.
Wieners.
I think she's getting going.
Gretchen Wieners is a rocket ship.
Okay.
Get aboard.
Okay.
Climb aboard. Because we're going to the moon, baby. Okay. Hot Frosty 2, Electric Boogaloo. Oh. Well, guess what? Step aside, Wicked. We got a new top of the heap. Okay? Popular.
Okay. Oh, all of that to say.
Hot
Lohan
Frosty.
movie, our little secret next week.
Yeah, it's going to stay a little secret because Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty. God.
Okay, I want to tell you a story.
Okay. It's about an enchanted snowman.
You know my favorite cup, my Funfetti cup.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great cup.
That's not that one. It's not that one. It's a different one.
Can I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
How did you know it's not this one? This one looks very similar.
They look different.
Oh. Well,
I know because I have eyeballs and I use them.
Here's what happened. This morning, I made some herbal tea in my favorite tumbler. Brandon calls it my Funfetti tumbler. It's ceramic, but it has a little wrap on it that is
fun.
It's like composite rubber pieces, and it looks like funfetti cake. It's my favorite cup. I love the feel of it in my hand. It's great. So I made my favorite tea, which these days is Bigelow lemon and ginger with probiotics. It's a great tea.
Yes, it sounds great.
I made it. And my hands were full, so I put my cup on the roof of my car. You know where this is going. And I loaded the car, drove off, and then as I was running errands, reached down for my cup. Wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. In my heart, I knew. Yeah. So I come back home.
I did that with a laptop once.
Oh! Did you really?
It was this morning. No, I did, though, a long time ago.
Oh, that's terrible. Was it ruined?
It survived, but it was
never
not
the same.
It didn't work like it should have.
Yeah. I did it with a cell phone once.
Yeah.
Also never the same.
No.
Found it though. It was in a ditch.
Sure.
I drove with it on the roof for a while.
Yeah.
Outside my friend's house, and I went and searched the ditch and I found it. Anyway, okay, so I knew what had happened. And I was devastated, but I came back home to I can't remember what I was doing. Get a couple things and then go back out again. There it is in the middle of my cul-de-sac.
Sure.
And there's liquid all around. It looked like a crime scene.
Yeah, sure. Did you taped it off?
I did.
Traced it in chalk.
Yes, but I got so sad, and I pulled up next to it, opened my door, and I see that it has a tire track across it. So I'd run over it, and it was cracked.
Oh.
So sad. But here's where the story gets interesting.
Oh, it's not interesting yet?
No. But okay, come on. Don't feign excitement about my cup.
Go ahead.
So I know you hate Aldi.
I don't know Aldi. I don't know her.
You hate her.
I don't know her. She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here. So I go to Aldi today because I'm in charge of some charcuterie boards coming up, and Aldi's a great destination for that stuff. So I go in, and you know how they have the aisle of randoms.
Yeah. The
random stuff at Aldi. I'm walking down the aisle, still mourning my cup, because I've never seen another one like that. This gal, her name's Aldi, was on the shelf.
Aldi, well.
Look at it. It's so similar.
It's different.
It's bigger.
Cool.
But my old one was white. This one's pink.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
Feels similar, but it's funfetti.
I get it.
It's ceramic with the rubber thing. Listen, guys, it was a moment. I thought, listen, this is kismet. I haven't been to Aldi in months.
Okay.
I thought for sure I would never have another cup like this. And look, so my day turned right around.
I love that you said, I thought I would never have another cup like this. You went like 2 hours in between.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
How long between Wiener's losing her man and finding Hot Frosty? She knows real loss.
All comes back to Hot Frosty.
It all does.
Listen, though, it just felt very fortuitous. It's like the universe wants me to have this cup. Her name's Aldi.
I got it.
What you been up to? What you been up to?
It's been busier than...
I don't know that I've seen you this busy.
It's busy.
In a long time.
Yeah, it's very busy.
Which is weird for the end of the year.
Agreed.
Well, we already talked about why. Probably to do with the election,
Yeah.
new incoming administration, all the things.
Everybody was just waiting.
Sure.
Just waiting. And once the election ended...
Will we have a civil war? That's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. Continue.
Because that's all you can do?
Well, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Now
I'm buffering.
Yeah, well, listen, America's buffering. I'm just kidding. We've crashed. Hey, guys, I have been busy.
We're like that laptop.
We are. We just fell off the roof of the world's car. And there's not a replacement at Aldi.
Stop it.
All the funfetti has been drained.
Everything's going to be fine. Okay, so you have been real busy.
Yeah, real busy and...
stressed.
I don't know that it's stressed so much, honestly.
Well, that's good.
I feel like...
Your energy is good.
Yeah.
Like you're not... you really aren't frenetic. I said that earlier.
I feel like I am so busy, which... Let me backtrack. You know what I hate is when people tell you how busy they are because shut up, we're all busy.
Everyone's
we're
busy.
all busy. So it's like when you go up to someone, you're like, "Hey, how are you?" And they go, "Oh, I'm so busy." Yeah. I want to say, "Hey, stop it."
Yeah, stop it.
I'm too busy to respond to that.
I'm not going to hear that.
But
I rebuke it.
Anyway, I'm busy, and but I feel like it has been so busy that when you say a word enough times and it kind of loses its meaning. Yeah. I have been so tied up with things that I don't think that there's even time to feel stressed about it. It's just go. Right. And I think this week will be the last week that everyone's crazy until the end of the year. And so I think, fingers crossed, I think after this week it'll kind of mellow a little bit. But
surely.
It's good. It's good to be busy, I guess.
It is good to be busy. Absolutely. Has anything, so it's just mostly been work the last week. I know you guys had some holiday did you have a holiday gathering at Lindsay's school or did I make that up?
I didn't.
Did the Episcopals perform?
No, I was supposed to do something, but at the last minute. So here's what was funny is
Brandon leads. It's not a performance.
Go ahead.
He helps lead chapel.
Brandon makes Christmas.
Music.
Brandon makes Christmas.
At Lindsay's school.
I've done it once.
It's an Episcopalian school, and he and our buddy Weiser, hi Weiser, dear friend, have named themselves the Episcopals.
I love that you say he does this as if it's an ongoing thing.
I
did it the once, and I have not been axed back.
Consistent. Oh.
Consistently.
You have been axed.
No, I haven't.
You just said you were supposed to.
No.
Liar.
I got axed.
Liar.
What happened was this.
Okay.
Heather had said, hey, months ago, she did the thing where she was like, hey, in however many months would you like to perform at this thing? And I did that thing where I'm like, oh, 2 months? That's never going to get here. Sure. And then I waited and I forgot about it and I forgot about it. And I forgot about it. And like a day before the thing, I got a text from Heather that all it said was, hey, I have in over my head, there's a lot going on. So I'm going to cut this song so you don't have to perform it.
Oh gosh, Brandon.
And I had forgotten I was supposed to perform it. And so I just said, that sounds tremendous.
Oh, no.
And I didn't have to perform.
Oh, at all?
No, it was great.
Okay.
Cut it all. Cut me.
Well, Heather is our dear friend who teaches music at the school. So there you go.
Yeah. So no, I haven't had a holiday gathering other than like I've had lunches with friends, like because it feels like people are like out and about wanting to like
connect,
fraternize, kith and kin. But yeah, so I've done some of that, and I've honestly just been like, not because I'm stressed.
I didn't say that.
Oh my gosh, will you stop? I'm fine.
I know.
No, I
drink some herbal tea.
Not because I'm just go lap some up at the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. I'd still be able to taste it.
Steel your nerves with grit and grin. So I get home after, like, if I'm like do music stuff or whatever, but what I've been doing lately to just like unwind after work is I just immediately go to the kitchen and start making something. Like immediately. Got a roast chicken gonna go tonight. I took my dough journey into fresh pasta. We discussed that.
Yeah.
You know what I made for the first time just the other day? It was great.
What?
Made from scratch ravioli.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. What'd you put in it?
Made 2 batches. I made one was just it was ricotta, ricotta parmesan, a lot of black pepper, a bit of salt, lemon zest, a little floral note. Yeah. And then I made a second one with that exact filling, but I added some Italian sausage, boiled them up, finished them in a pan with some butter and garlic.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Sounds amazing.
It was awesome.
Honestly.
And I made it with that 00 flour that you get from Italy because it's better for you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Man, I want it.
I'll make it.
You have said you won't.
Well,
I would love that.
maybe I will.
Make it on Christmas Day.
Don't tell me how to spend my Christmas. I make Christmas happen.
All right. Well, last week was our very busy week with all the things. It's like,
oh, are you busy?
Okay.
Do you?
As the kids get older, they start to have finals. Like once they get into high school, you'll see, they have.
I've been to high school.
Okay, but your child will go to the same high school as my children, and they have set days for finals, and so it's a whole thing, and everybody knows they're coming and structures everything. It's odd days the first day. Or odd classes first day, even classes second day. Okay. So last week was the week that was just crammed full of stuff. So we started with Asher's musical, which was the Jingle Bell Jukebox.
That's what they called it.
It was a mini musical.
Sure.
And they were darling. They wore pajama pants and their choir T-shirts and Santa hats. And they had laser lights at the end. Laser lights at the end. And it was darling. But the highlight was probably when all the kids started giggling on stage, like something had happened. And you see all those viral videos.
Did you immediately assume they were laughing at you?
No, but you know how kids like fall off the bleachers or somebody vomits.
Or Buzz puts his candles behind Kevin's ears.
Exactly.
Someone should have popped that kid one.
Yeah, the family totally treated that whole thing wrong.
Just Kevin is the greatest film victim in history.
Yeah. So I asked Asher about it later, and we couldn't really hear it in the audience, but he said one of the kids started. No,
farted.
I said started, and you said that right as started singing at the wrong time, but very loudly, and the kids all around were giggling, and I thought, oh, bless that kid's heart, he will never live that down, and I'm sure he died of shame and embarrassment as middle schoolers do, and nobody in the audience even knew.
Listen. There are way more embarrassing things to do in a Christmas pageant.
1,000%.
Start saying at the wrong time.
1,000%.
The aforementioned flatulence. Okay? You could make a little stink in the back and the risers, or you could be in the front and just filter it up.
But to me...
Filter it up through the whole soprano section. Here you go. Here you go, Courtney Fremont. I know you're a babe and I want to impress you. What's that, Megan Talley? You want to go to the sock hop? How about I cut a righteous one right before Jingle Bell Rock.
Hi, girls.
Hey, girls.
Hi, ladies. Oh, yeah, no, totally. To me, I think about the viral video.
Hey, Sarah McElroy.
Okay. The viral video, I've sent it to you multiple times, I think, because it circles back around, and every time it comes, we have to watch it, where they're doing the Greatest Showman compilation.
Sure.
And it's like, look out, because here I come. No, vomit.
Oh.
Vomit from, onto people, and the whole thing scatters.
Here's what I'll say.
Help him off.
Everyone needs to back up, because who's a better showman than a kid who voms on the entire choir? Get out of here, Zac Efron. Zach Barfron's coming to town.
But that kid is forever his identity.
People don't forget, he's the kid. Ooh. He's the kid that horked on the entire choir.
And at his age, I'm sure, I really hope he's okay psychologically. Because if something like that goes viral, you just have to own it.
If you barf on everyone?
Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to grow a couple years And then you got to own it and be like, yeah, was that kid?
I'm the barf.
What?
I'm the barf guy.
Yeah.
Want to go to semi-formal? Nope.
See how
got
I can
it.
parlay this into a career. You know what I mean?
I should have a podcast.
Yeah.
I should be an influencer.
Right. And then name it. What would you name it? Look out, because here I come.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, why not?
I was the viral vomit boy. Join me as I talk about pop culture, you know?
Yeah. You know, there's always a better barfer than you.
What?
World's a big place. There's got to be a bigger, better barfer than that kid.
Oh, sure.
Who's probably already got a podcast. Give up on your dreams, kid. You know what?
No.
Never mind. You don't deserve anything. You're going to be the barf kid forever.
No, I don't believe that for one single second.
He listens.
No, you're right. Hi, sponsor us, Vomit Boy. So yeah, we had that. And then we had our Overflow Youth Christmas party, which is one of my favorite nights of the year.
That's
where the
sad.
kids, no, it's so fun. They all come in their holiday,
that's cool.
finest holiday attire.
Yeah.
Everyone dressed up, dressed to the nines. We had a full Santa. We had a cousin
A whole
Eddie.
Santa?
A whole Santa. We had a cousin Eddie.
Did he-
Sammy. He'll commit to a character.
Did he say his famous lines in the
yeah.
church?
In the church. Well, no. In fact, he goes, do you want me to say my lines? Do you want me to say it? I'll say it. And I was like, maybe not.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Sam. Don't do it.
I do like that he committed, that he went method with it.
He went method.
It's great.
He had a cigar that he made from
It was real.
construction
It was
paper.
real. He was smoking it.
No, just chewing on it. But we played a lot of games. The highlight game was called Pantlers. And you take pantyhose.
Okay, go on.
You divide up into youth group gets crazy. Only at youth group do you do stuff like this. You divide up into teams of like 5 or 6 people, and you give each team a pair of pantyhose.
Sure.
Extra long pantyhose.
Yep.
And then you give them a bunch of balloons. They blow up the balloons, and you stuff them down in the legs, and then one person on your team puts it on their head. And whoever builds the most impressive pantlers wins. And what was great about it is that Harrison and Asher were both chosen to be the pantler wearers. So we got some good pictures.
That is awesome.
Harrison's team won.
Cool.
Stop.
No.
But it is a funny game.
If nobody wins.
No one wins.
Nobody wins.
Let's be honest.
Nobody wins in a game of pantlers. It's not. There's no winners. But I'll tell you what there are.
I loved it. We also did the Buddy the Elf challenge, which I've talked about before, where you take spaghetti and then crunch up all the stuff on it
Sure.
with the maple syrup, and
Sure.
then whoever eats the most in a minute. We do always have to have a trash can handy.
Yeah.
In case Vomit Boy.
In case the greatest showman decides to participate.
Nobody did. Everyone kept it down, to my knowledge. But it gets wild. But here's what I will also say.
My favorite game is the Hot Frosty challenge, where you have to try to help a sad diner owner find love in 90 minutes.
I thought you were going to say, who can build the best looking snowman in 3 minutes?
I mean, it's you literally have to help someone discover that their grief is remedied by your hot frostiness.
You got to help a lonely widow find love.
And guys, no higher calling.
Right.
No higher calling.
Right. But I will say,
You're the soup du jour, wieners. Hey, Leo, can you leave everyone alone forever and ever?
he thinks I'm trying to leave, but I'm not, buddy. Just relax.
This is why we can't have company.
So the highlight every year is the karaoke, Christmas karaoke.
Yeah.
The kids love it.
Sure.
Every year, Harrison and the aforementioned Sam, our buddy Sam, sing a rendition of Santa Baby. This year, and it brings the house down. This would have been year 4, I believe. This year, at the last minute, they opted for Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And though Sam knew all the words and was very into it,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the audience was disappointed, but the audience was disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
And I don't think either one of those songs is appropriate for youth group now that I'm saying this out loud on the internet.
Santa Baby is...
But anyway.
What is the deal with... There's like an entire genre of Christmas music that's like sexy baby talk gal.
I hate it.
It's
like the Community
Yeah, they make
episode.
fun of it.
I don't like that.
I like that in the episode because it's funny. They're poking fun at the thing.
Right. It's a weird, like, let's not have all the little pop star gals put on a Santa suit that's
No.
way too short.
No.
and slink around. No.
No slunk.
That's not what this is about.
That's not the reason for the season.
No.
Don't listen. Guys, can I get on my soapbox real quick about sexy talk Santa baby songers?
You just did.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, Thursday night.
Okay.
We had Harrison's concert. And this is one of my favorite things. It was called
Got a lot of favorite things there, Oprah.
Cookies, Cocoa, You Get a Choir Concert. And you get a...
No, thank you.
Okay, it was called Cookies, Cocoa, and Choir. What I love about this is that since Harrison has been in, the program has grown and changed so much. And it is so fun to watch this program build and grow. What these kids do is incredible. And I'm going to follow a trail here. And I need you to go with me. Because I know deep down you're going to make fun of me, but deep down you get this. Okay?
We'll see.
When I see these kids do something beautiful, and the whole concert was beautiful, but the last song, I think it's called Christmas Canon, and it's canon in D, but it's like you would know it if you heard it. I posted it on my stories, part of it.
I don't follow you.
In that moment, for one shining moment, it's like time just slows down. And I know this is going to sound crazy. I don't know a ton of the kids on that stage because the school is huge, but I do know some of them and I know their stories. And you have this diverse group of kids, diverse backgrounds, issues, struggles, but they are creating something so beautiful all together. And it's not that those things don't matter. It's that they matter more. It's like all of these people's individual stories and individual voices are contributing to this stunning moment in time. And for a lot of these kids, they may never sing with a group of people ever again in their lives. And it's just such a sweet, powerful moment. And I would go back. You are giving me such a look right now. I would give anything to go back.
I am letting you cook.
Thank you.
Yes.
I would love to go back and just sing with my high school choir one time. I would. I loved those people. I loved those moments when you lock in on some harmony, some beautiful harmony with other people. It's like a primal thing. And it lifts the soul. And you're a musician, you get this. When you sing, it's one thing to play in a band with other people, right? To play instruments, and something very magical happens then. But when you are making music with your voice, with your instrument, it is a primal thing when you connect and blend with other voices.
Okay.
And that's
I'd like to go back in time.
what I would like to talk about.
With my high school choir. Barf on every one of them.
Of course.
But
you get this,
Hark,
right?
hear the bells, sweet silver bells.
They did sing that.
All seem to say,
But you get this.
on they say, encore down without end. Their joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, boom.
That's really beautiful. But you get it, right? You get that.
Daily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. They
did sing that one. But add to that the fact that these kids are 14 to 18 years old and what they're creating is stunning. And I will give all the credit to Mr. Stock, who is the director, and his assistant teacher, Mr. Selvey. What they have done is incredible.
His name's Mr. Stock.
Mr. Stock.
Man, they need to put on an event called Stock, where he curates it and puts it on.
Stock.
Welcome everybody to Stock. And then it's just a rocket ship. Talk about a rocket ship.
He's amazing.
How do we put Stock together? Okay. And we can have like a people make it have a stock cook-off, like stock pots. People just selling
chicken stock,
shrimp
vegetable
stock. All types of stock at Stock.
Get your stock in the lobby.
Yeah, right.
Don't spill it on the floor.
And I show up in like a ski mask and in black sweats, and I'm like, it's STOCK.
Right, different kind of stock.
That's funnier than you acted. That's funnier than you acted.
Come in character.
Me over here behind a ficus.
Peek.
You got all the PTA moms over here zhuzhing the kids, spitting on the tissue and wiping faces. Get ready for stock. 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's Brandon. Peeking
the leaves.
Peeking through a ficus.
Ficus. Ficus is a great word. Anyway, gosh, it was gorgeous. Also, I want to let the listeners know how you interact with me in the wild.
Oh, sure.
Obviously, we live in the same town, so we bump into one another unplanned sometimes. On Friday, I was at Cafe Evoque, a lovely restaurant and coffee spot downtown Edmond.
That's how I would describe it.
Yeah, because I know coffee shop doesn't fit.
No, it does more than that.
They have food.
It does more than that, yeah.
And it's bigger, but it's set up kind of like a bar where there's a central bar area. So Katie and I, dear friend Katie, hi Katie, we're sitting at the bar, and we're having a deep conversation, and all of a sudden she goes, "Hey, isn't that your brother?" And I turn around only to see you taking off your Ted Bundy sunglasses. You make eye contact with me, and you breeze on by.
First off, they're Jeffrey Dahmer sunglasses.
Jeffrey Dahmer sunglasses. It's all they're one and the same. They're serial killer sunglasses.
They're all naughty.
It's what we're saying.
Yeah.
You make eye contact with me and you just breeze on past. Yeah. I thought you were using the restaurant as a pass-through.
I've done it.
To go out into the alley.
I've done it before.
It's too crowded in here.
Sometimes, I told Katie the other day, sometimes when it's windy, I just go serpentine style downtown, in the front door and out the back door, in the back door, out the front door, in the front, through every single shop until I get to the end of the line.
Until I get to my car.
Yeah, I squiggle my way through downtown.
Yeah.
Stay out of the wind.
Well, I thought that's what you were doing, or that you were just going to use the bathroom or something.
Well, I was in a rush, and I was beelining it to the bathroom because I needed to tinkle.
Okay, great.
But I do that. I go in, I use the facilities, and then I come back and I order my coffee.
Yeah.
So I breezed past you.
Yeah.
And when I got to the bathroom, I thought, how bad do I want coffee? Because
it was crowded.
Because if I didn't want coffee, I thought it would be hilarious just to leave out the back door, and then that would have been the whole interaction.
And then 30 minutes later, be like, did he just leave?
Right. And then when you ask me about it, deny that it ever happened.
Gaslight.
It was not me.
Yeah.
That was Jeffrey Dahmer. Loves coffee, shops, hates coffee.
Listen, it was just amazing. And then you did come back by, and you did say a few more words, but your feet never stopped moving. You didn't stop to chat.
They never touched the ground.
It was amazing. But that's typical of what you do.
Yeah.
That's typical.
I get enough of you.
Well, okay. Look at that. Okay, what I want to do.
What?
I'm looking at the time.
I get it.
Really quick, guys. I want to get to this before the end of the year. It's very important.
Okay.
I saw that they just released the Pantone Color of the Year for 2025.
Gosh, it only feels like yesterday that you were telling me about last year's Pantone Color of the Year.
I know. This is going to be an annual thing. For 2025, the Pantone Color Institute selects Mocha Mousse. A warming brown, speaking of coffee, a warming brown hue imbued with richness. It nurtures us with its suggestion of the delectable qualities of chocolate and coffee, answering our desire for comfort. I have a desire for comfort.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Don't try to Trojan horse doo-doo brown in on us, because that's the that's the color of the year. This year's Pantone Color of the Year is straight dookie. Don't try to Trojan horse your doo-doo butter in with mocha madness or whatever you said.
Mousse.
Mocha mousse. Don't mocha mousse my doo-doo. Here, guys, the Pantone people were sitting around thinking, what are we going to do? Is Pantone even going to exist in 26? Let's go out on a bang.
Listen. I feel like last year they selected a soothing color. Wasn't it a green?
I don't remember.
They're trying to lull us into a sense of submission.
I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I know what they're doing.
Anyway, Mocha Mousse. Okay, real quick. How is your algorithm?
I mean...
Wicked still, or is that out?
No, that's gone away. That's gone away.
Same with me. Just like that. Poof, magic.
A lot of LeBron news.
Okay.
Because he's strangely absent from the team for personal reasons.
Oh, see, I didn't even know.
I think there's some stuff.
Uh-oh.
I can't get into it. Not here.
Okay.
Come over to my other podcast.
We don't want to.
Conspiracy Corner, where I really lay it out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sponsored by Pantone's Doo-Doo Brown.
Wicked's out of mine too. I'm back in the soup algorithm. Guys, I want to recommend a soup from thegirlwhoateeverything.com. It's great.
It's hilarious.
It's great. Her recipes are great. It's a potato soup.
She's probably a real skinny gal.
Yeah, I made it.
The girl who didn't eat everything. Come on, get out of here.
It's awesome. But the soup, my family of 5 last night finished an entire crock pot of soup. That is so much. Harrison had 3 bowls.
I'll crock pot myself.
Okay.
I'm the boy who ate everything. I'll do a whole crock pot solo bolo.
I highly recommend it, guys. It's not the healthiest, but I'm sure there's some substitutions.
Have you said what's in it yet?
No. It's like a baked potato soup. So it's very creamy, very filling. And then you put bacon and green onion and cheese on the top. But you could, add some extra veggies and puree it to thicken it with like your immersion blender or whatever to make it healthier. But gosh, it was good. It was a crowd pleaser. Be good for company as well. So the girl who ate everything, potato soup. And you use a frozen cubed hash brown potatoes. So you don't even have to chop.
I like to chop.
Mr. Knife Guy.
I do. I like to chop.
I hate it. It scares me. Okay, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Christmas movies.
Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty. I can't recommend it enough.
Okay, obviously.
Did Elf yesterday. That was a nice little evening watching Elf.
Yeah.
We've kind of been hitting all the classics. We did the Santa Claus. We did Christmas with the Cranks.
We haven't done Santa Claus or Christmas.
Real
with the
Tim Allen fest over here.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, so that's what it's got to be, right?
Sure.
And I've been listening to a couple of. I like to take a vinyl record in every day to the office when I work, and I have a little record player there. And I've been listening to.
What if you didn't have a record player? You just took one.
Sit there and spin it on my finger.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? No, and I've been listening to Vince Guaraldi.
Oh, nice.
And
jazz.
Also there's the jazz. There's also a band called Talk Talk.
Okay.
Michael Trepagna gave me a record of theirs, and I've been listening to it. It's great.
Okay.
I had lunch with him today.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
We watched 2 new Christmas movies this year.
And Hot Frosty wasn't one of them?
Nope, because it's a family time. The first one, Hot Frosty's not a family film.
You watch it and tell me that it's not family.
I will watch it. Jeff and I will watch it. Okay, the first one is
Jeff stars in it.
Okay, right. Okay, it's called Nutcrackers on Hulu.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Did you watch it?
Not like seen it. I've seen that it exists.
Okay, cool. Be specific, please. It is the new Ben Stiller movie, and I don't want to give too much away, but Ben Stiller's sister passes away, and with her husband, leaving their 4 children without guardians.
Oh.
And so they live on a farm, and they're the definition of free range parenting children, whatever. So Ben is this buttoned up businessman, and he comes and that's the movie, right? But it was
sounds great.
No, it was quirky. It was fresh. It was heartwarming. It was really lovely. And I will say it's probably not for young children. There's a few scenes in there that just the stuff they're talking about, it's like, okay, little ones would have a lot of questions. But
how many nude snowmen are in it?
0 nude snowmen.
Okay, I'll pass.
0.
Hard pass.
But it was a really heartwarming film. I would recommend. You guys need to watch it, Brandon. The kids liked it. I don't think it's one that will make its way into my forever rotation because it just deals with some kind of heavy things, but like in a funny way.
I don't have time for it if it's not in my every year rotation.
I want you to see it. Okay, the next one is a new one, Red One. We rented that with Chris Evans and DTRJ.
Is it terrible?
It's bad.
Yeah, the reviews aren't great.
The effects are amazing. It is the most convoluted. It's so long. I tooted right out.
Yeah, well.
About a quarter of the way in, I was like, this is too much. Krampus is in it. There's a witch. Sure. There's so many mythical creatures. I wasn't for me.
Okay.
And I like DTRJ and Chris Evans. I also didn't like Chris Evans' accent or his character.
Chris Evans is not great in anything other than Captain America.
Well.
He's not good.
Okay. We also watched The Star and White Christmas. White Christmas is one of my favorites. Watched it last night. Okay. I am on an Audible journey. You know, I love a true crime podcast.
Oh, what?
And I had this revelation the other day. The reason I like them is because I like stories. And I thought, why? I need to listen to good stories. And we've had Audible for a while, and I was doing audiobooks for a long time. But what I love now is that so many of them are read by the authors, especially like autobiographies and things like that. So I want to highly recommend one that I listened to the other day. It's called Dinner for Vampires, Life on a Cult TV Show while also in an Actual Cult by Bethany Joy Lenz.
But not into brevity, Bethany.
Did you watch One Tree Hill? We kind of missed it. It wasn't
the Chaz Michael Murray vehicle?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, it wasn't really, we were kind of in a weird spot for it in the early aughts, right? She was one of the stars of that film series, TV series.
Go ahead.
And her story is fascinating. She got mixed up with this group of people, but what's great is that she reads it and she is an actress. So she does all the characters and like voices. It's very compelling.
The role she was born to play.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt a lot of emotions. I also listened to What in the World, Leanne Morgan's memoir. And we've talked about how much Mom loves Leanne Morgan. She's a comic.
She's a comedy.
She's a comedy.
She makes comedy.
But it's very honest and lovely, and I loved it. Okay.
I also need to say, I forgot this, but it made me really happy. Ben and I have together, Ben's not always a huge music fan, but I turned him on to the band They Might Be Giants. Do you remember They Might Be Giants?
I remember the name, but can't.
He loves it.
Hey.
We've been jamming.
Oh,
They Might Be Giants. It's awesome.
That's
anyway,
special.
sorry.
Are they still together?
Yeah. They still tour.
You guys need to go see
I would
them.
totally see They Might Be Giants.
That should be a gift for Ben.
Don't. There's not a truck big enough
to deliver this holiday cheer. Guys, I'm not sure what we're going to pull together for Christmas because you know it's a week from tomorrow. And I don't know when. We've got some travel coming up. I don't know when we're going to get together, but we're going to try our best, guys.
We're always
doing
trying our best. That's it.
Yeah.
We're buffering.
Guys, we're going to ask you for ratings and reviews. They help us so much. So if you haven't done that, go and just give us 5 stars. Just put your finger on the 5th one. It fills them right in. I haven't said that in a while. Anyway, guys, have a great week and lean into the holiday cheer, whatever that looks like for you.
Totally.
Yeah. Watch Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Because it's my warm heart.
Is it?
No.
Ew. What is yours?
I don't know. We had a nice day yesterday, everybody. We ate some shoesies and shissimis and watched Elf. It was a good day.
Yeah.
Warmed my heart right up.
Love that.
How about that?
Yeah. Mine is...
and it was our anniversary, so there's that.
Oh.
Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Happy.
How many years?
18.
Wow. Right?
Dude,
wait till you hit 20.
Our marriage can smoke and vote.
Wait till you hit 20. It's so wild and old.
What's yours?
Mine, oh, wow. Shutting me right down. Okay. Mine is just these concerts. My gosh, what these kids do is unreal.
Leo agrees.
Yeah.
How?
All right,
Hey,
guys.
Thanks for listening to Cold Hands Warmer.
Bye.
Bye.